morning. It's Friday, the last day of the week for this week of my regular numbers. I'm going to have a slight bump tomorrow for my high carb day. I've already started planning that and I'm excited. So this one's just same. Almost didn't make a video for you because I'm just having coffee. I'm having collagen. I'm really digging this one, so I've been abusing this. Probably make myself tired of it because I have really enjoyed it. The first day was not my favorite. Having it with the Truvia, didn't like as much, but having it every day since then, I have really loved this and been sad when I got to the bottom of the cup. The trick for me, the type of coffee I think too, is that one day I used a hazelnut coffee. Hazelnut and pumpkin, while drinkable, are not as good as regular coffee and pumpkin. I have two different blends I keep from Black Rifle Coffee. One of them is a hazelnut pre-ground, which is not my favorite, but it's the only way they make hazelnut. And then they have a Freedom blend, whole bean, that I have on subscription and get a lot of, and I really enjoy it by itself, but also when I mixed it with the pumpkin the last couple of days, that's been to die for. So today it's Freedom blend, a little blonde, with pumpkin. Yeah, with pumpkin and with my collagen. So it should be golden. Exactly what I've been doing. Get me through a little bit of work, and then I will make breakfast. I've got a pretty good day lined out. Not a lot of surprises. Maybe stuff we're used to. Dinner will be different. Dinner will have a little more cooking. Maybe more than 5 minutes of cooking because I wanted to use leftovers in a way. I want to use Brussels sprouts. I have Brussels sprouts and green beans and things that need to get used up before we go on vacation. I just don't like wasting food, even though those are super cheap things to keep around. So I'm going to have Brussels sprouts and onions and beef tonight. So I'm going to make a little stir fry out of those with some queso on top. So nice simple day. A little bit more on the dinner. We'll get back for that breakfast here in a minute. Oh, and then today I get a craving in. I've been craving hard that candy bar experience, which for me those Built bars substitute the candy bar experience perfectly. So having a coconut pecan pie Built bar for my afternoon snack, and which is great because those have 18 carbs and that healthy fat. So it's going to take me into my workout, hopefully feeling a lot better than several days before. And I think I have like 20 carbs with breakfast too, so that'll be good. I'm only getting 5 carbs with this, but I'm getting 15 protein and maybe not getting 5 carbs. 1 carb, 5 fats, 15 protein. That's what I get with this. And then I'll put carbs at breakfast with some berries, and then the carbs and fat and protein with that bar take me all the way to my workout, and then I'm saving the rest for dinner and dessert. Alright, see you for one of those next. I'm back for lunch. Brunch? Still don't know what to call that. I'm going to go real quick what we're having because it's super quick and easy really today. The only thing I haven't done a lot of lately that I'm going to do today is I'm putting spinach in my breakfast lineup. I'm probably going to wilt it a little bit and then put my eggs on top of it in the frying pan. 3 eggs today, so that's a large amount of egg beaters, 142 grams of egg beaters. Part of the maneuvering today to get enough protein without having to have too many protein shakes or other stuff. Berry medley today is blackberries and blueberries, so that's helping me get up to the fiber goal. And then I've been a creature of habit this week with the Jones sausage. It's just too easy. I'm getting 5 links today, and I'm throwing them in the air fryer, so they'll be ready in like 3 or 4 minutes while the rest of this stuff cooks together. The blackberries and blueberries on the news front, I'm learning. I just said and like 3 times, things that I hate. I'm learning how much better those things are for fiber content. So because I'm working on not having to supplement my fiber, and I like that the raspberries and blackberries are a lot higher in fiber than blueberries. Blueberries is my second favorite fruit to keep in the freezer. I keep usually at all times Wild Harvest or Wild something. It's an organic frozen blueberry from Instacart / Costco, and then I usually keep mango. Mango has no fiber that I know of to offer. It's just delicious, and I'm still going to keep mango. But the blueberries have some fiber, just not as much as blackberries or raspberries. So Sam's Club has a triple berry frozen pack. It has blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, and the fiber content is on point. So moving forward, I think tomorrow I'm picking up an order from Sam's Club, and it's going to have that frozen berry deal. I can keep that in my freezer, and I'll save money and have nutrients, probably with higher nutrient values than I will from keeping these little expensive packages around, right? I mean, they're not that expensive, but like, these are like $2.99 for this little deal. It's only going to last me 1 day. I think I'm having the rest of these tonight for dessert. So these Cam's going to get the rest of, but the fruits like that are going to add up in the budget, and they're not as good for you. They're picked pre-ripe, and I already talked about this, but they're picked pre-ripe and gassed or freshened on the way to the grocery store, unless you're buying ultra-local stuff. So that frozen stuff is picked ripe and then frozen immediately. So the nutrient content is higher. The riper the vegetable when it's picked, the higher the nutrients, the antioxidants, the vitamins, minerals, and fiber is going to be in it. So I'm excited about trying. I've had the mixed berry stuff before, but I used it for baking. I haven't eaten it in stuff. So expect to see that make its way in between now and the very end of this, and probably become a new habit for me even after this is over. So, which is great because I get my spinach from Sam's too. That big container of spinach I have is like $3 at Sam's. You would have to, the containers at United are like $3 for a bag. You'd have to buy 3 of those bags to equal what I get from Sam's. That's pretty much it for now. Oh, one cool thing I wanted to mention. What I was talking about last night is details of our life that you might want to know. Is that normally, the way my macros are, and the way that we normally rely on a lot more Icon and Trifecta stuff, the prepackaged meals, I don't usually have as much spinach as I've been having lately, or even as many fresh vegetables. I'm looking for things that I don't have to waste. So something we keep for emergencies. Reds, greens. Those things are super important to get for your diet. Antioxidants and the nutrients and minerals you get from leafy greens and fruits and vegetables on our reds are just something you need in your diet. So if I'm having a lot of Icon spaghetti dinners that only have a little bit of broccoli, I'm really not getting enough of that stuff. So you can have 2 scoops of this in your day, and you're only going to take in an extra 5 carbs. So worth it if you have the carbs up there. 5 is not a lot, so if I had any more carbs, I'd probably add that regardless if I had spinach. But Right now, that's something I can save, so I can keep 5 carbs for myself and more berries. But I'm confident I'm getting the nutrients that I would be getting in this because I'm having so much spinach and green beans, and then I'm like having Brussels sprouts tonight. So I don't need as much of that. But those and brands, there's other brands that make that. I just am obviously a bigger fan of First Form, so they keep that handy for me, so I can make sure to stay on point with those numbers as well, because those are helpful for losing weight and building muscle and staying healthy with your immune system as well. Those guys got it taken care of. Hashtag not sponsored. Can't think of anything else for breakfast. I'll show you a picture of it, and then we'll have a post-workout today. Oh, and my bar is coming up soon, so I'm gonna get going on this. I'm late. It's almost 3 o'clock because I got distracted with work and forgot to eat. So I'm gonna eat, and I'll be having my snack very soon because I'm headed to the gym very soon, and then we'll do tasty dinner and dessert later. You'll see that. How about that? Did you see my snack bar? That was the perfect afternoon snack. Had energy in my workout and did extra workout with my friends after my class. Really felt good today, either through adaptation of the way I'm eating and using fat for energy more, or the carbs and the fat in that bar. But something felt good. So I'm excited about today. I'm excited about dinner. I'm going to not make this into a cooking video, so I'm going to try to keep this short and just show you what I'm having. This is the most cookiest night that I've had so far because I'm going to cook raw meat. I don't think I've done that yet. So we're going to take this lean ground beef. What does that say? 93% lean, 7% fat. I bought this tube at United, even though when you scan it, it says Walmart. But the macros are right, so who cares? It's great because one serving's 8 fat and 23 protein, so that's pretty lean in the animal fat category. So there's a lot of good things about beef, mineral content, iron, not the same vitamins as plants, but there's just a lot of nutrients we get from meat, especially beef, red meat, that we don't get other places. So I like being able to include that in here. Whoops. I'm having 2 servings. Okay, I'm gonna pop this tube open and weigh it out here in a minute. I'm having 2 servings, which is half a tube. So a tube, that makes it sound gross. Half a deal with that. My wife's gonna have the same thing. She's not having a full half a tube. She said she can only fit 6 ounces in her macros. My serving comes out to 8 ounces of beef. The other thing I'm having, what I'm gonna cook that with, I'm gonna cook that in a frying pan. Trusty, handy dandy, worn out frying pan from Sam's, which I'm getting a new one tomorrow. So, because like today, my eggs were sticking to this because I don't use spray or oil. I just use the fat from whatever I'm cooking to cook it, and they're starting to stick a little bit. So I need that new Teflon cancer-causing stick-free pan. I'm gonna get another one tomorrow. But anyways, what I'm gonna cook in that meat fat is Brussels sprouts. This is a little over 2 servings of Brussels sprouts, otherwise known as 187 grams of Brussels sprouts. I've got 50 grams of onion. It's just all I had left over. I don't know what I made last weekend, but this onion was left over in the fridge, and so I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to chop it up a little bit smaller. I'm going to chop all these Brussels sprouts in half, and then cook them with that. I like browning them all around. In fact, I'm going to burn them a little bit. I like some black on there if I can get it without it just sticking to the pan to death. Brussels sprouts, I usually get them at the Sam's Club because you can get a big old bag for $3. After all that's cooked, I'm going to serve it up with some more queso. I would have used some avocado today, some healthy fat with that. I really like the queso. My avocados are not ripe yet. The last few days, I've done run through all the fresh avocados, so ripe avocados I had. So I've got some more in a brown bag, and then some right there, ripening, but they're not ready yet. So queso for the flavor and the fat tonight. Dessert's not fancy. Part of my sacrifice. Part of my sacrifice to get that protein bar for the gym. So I'm getting raspberries, only 50 grams, so it's like a palm full of raspberries. But I'm getting one of these Choc Zero. So I'm having dark chocolate, 70% dark chocolate and raspberries. So it'll be a tasty bite, but it'll just be a bite. So hopefully I'm held over by the 7.6 grams of fiber in my dinner, and then I'll just go to bed, drink lots of water. But I get these on Amazon. They ship to me when it was hotter in temperature, and it still made it really well. So they're all individually packaged, and that's something I look for, is individual packaging, because you're less likely to cheat. There's Choc Zero it's a chocolate company. They make lots of stuff, but chocolate is something they make that I think is really tasty. Some people don't like it. It's low in sugar. It's kind of a keto thing. They use monk fruit to sweeten it, so it's has the properties of artificial sweetener without being artificial. So it's super low in sugar. This chocolate brand in particular is soy free, and I'm a big anti-soy person, so this is great for my chocolate satisfaction needs. They make a lot of cool stuff. Something we keep, I'll bother you for a second, that is from them. They make things like chocolate syrup, maple syrup. I've got a caramel one too. But these things are awesome because they're all fiber. That's what they use, is vegetable fiber to make these. So instead of corn syrup making this liquidy delicious, these two are unopened. I just got them. I ran out of chocolate. Cam's been doing a ton of chocolate on her pancakes, and I think Randy's been using the caramel on some of her coffees and her pancakes. That they're awesome because one serving of this, which is a tablespoon, is 32 calories. That tablespoon, it's like says 20 grams. That's rather large. Sometimes a tablespoon's only 15 grams. So 20 grams is 32 calories, and it consists of 15 carbs. And this is what makes keto people really happy, is that out of those 15 carbs, you get 14 grams of fiber. That's over half of my day right now. But 15 carbs would be over half my day, unless you counted it like a keto person, and then you'd be looking at the one net carb. So it's got 0 grams of protein. So for keto people, this is a 1 carb treat. For me, it's still 15 carbs, but I would get 14 grams of fiber out of it. So whenever my carbs go back up, this is something I like to put on my icon pancakes instead of the what's that stuff called? Agave. They come with blue agave, which is really good. This just has better things for me to get that fiber up. So we'll see. I like it. I too like it on in coffees. But maple, chocolate, good things to keep around. Caramel, good things to keep around. They make strawberry. I haven't tried that one out. We don't have a lot of ice cream, so syrups on ice cream's not good. I really got sidetracked here. I just think it's a good brand if you can tolerate the taste of monk fruit. I have no problem with monk fruit. So the single serve chocolate is going to keep me out of trouble because I don't have the big bar and have to break it off and trust myself to weigh out 1 ounce and only eat 1 ounce. I get to open one of these and I'm done. I'll show you a picture of the chocolate and the raspberries after this and after dinner. So I'm going to get to chopping. This dinner is still easy, keeping it simple. I've got the mushrooms, I've got green beans, I've got other stuff I could put in there and make it more complicated, but it is 9:30. So I'm going to chop it, make it fast. It'll be 5 to 10 minutes for dinner. And then I'm going to let Randy make hers separate so there's not a weighing issue between the two of us. So I don't have to weigh out a solid meal and try to divide that to two different people. Anyways, enjoy the pictures. Sorry for the late post. Tomorrow will be even more different because it's Saturday. Like I said, I'm having more carbs and I'm making it a little bit different because I'm probably going to work out in the morning. So you'll see more carbs early. No, it won't be just coffee and collagen. It'll be some carbs, probably a Built bar if I remember what I put in there, to get me going before the workout, and then staggering the day different to make those calories last. So see you next time.